Good morning, guys. In today's video, we have a lot to talk about. We'll be talking about the Bitcoin dump. We'll be talking about the Chainlink dump. Chainlink doing something really interesting, and Bitcoin giving us opportunity. But hey, before we talk about that, I do want to remind all of you guys who are on the Mango C program to please go ahead and check out the exclusive video I posted for you guys on SXP. It isn't really a trade opportunity video, more so than it was a educational video, a deep technical analysis where we did a amalgamation of various concepts that we used throughout the C program, right? Multiple concepts coming together to come up with a thesis, come up with an analysis on what SXP could be doing. And towards the end of the video, we did discuss how SXP actually ended up doing exactly what we discussed at the end of the video, and how I wasn't feeling too good about the markets and how I was kind of going risk off. So it's going to be a more of an educational video, but very helpful for you guys to go ahead and use for your future analysis and get prepared for days like this where you can be flush with cash while the rest of the market is panicking. With that being said, let's go ahead and get to today's video, because hey, it turned out to be an impromptu one. Good morning, guys. My name is Sean Dex, and I welcome you to the Mango Grove for this Bitcoin and Chainlink dump analysis. Bitcoin taking a leg down, Chainlink taking a leg down. In fact, it was Chainlink who gave us the big clue that Bitcoin was ready to make a big move. And you know what is kind of annoying, guys? I actually caught all of this entire move on camera, on screen recording at the very least, but I did not catch the entire move on voice recording. So I actually started doing an analysis, and I was talking about I actually started with Chainlink today. I was like, hey, Chainlink is giving us a hint, because we just closed a critical 12-hour candle on Chainlink that made me go, interesting. This kind of suggests that Bitcoin may want to come down soon too. And then it started happening. Bitcoin actually started ticking down while I was doing the video. And I was like, oh man, is Bitcoin actually going to give us the trade? Is it actually going to make its way down to 10,600? And you guys know how we've been waiting for 10,600 for a very long time. In fact, I didn't think we were going to get it. It just is too clean of a trade to not try for it, right? And in today's video, we'll go ahead and talk about why it's a easy trade. It does not need to be a victorious trade, right? Easy does not mean victory. All it means is stress-free. All it means is it's the Mango way, right? So I like taking these kind of trades, guys. It's a no-brainer for me. I don't have to think too much. All of the thinking, all of the planning, all of the prepping took place way in advance. For those of you who are just tuning in, hey, please go ahead and watch the videos leading to this video. All the planning started like a week or so ago, right, where we talked about the 4-day and the weekly in conjunction. And today, hey, we're going to be talking about that again. I was looking for this 10,650 level to be supported, and it looks like we just might be. Now we may come down and wick a little bit lower down to 10,300. I'm prepared for that, right? But I'm looking for 4 days and weekly candles to close over here. And why am I looking for that? Well, let's go ahead and start with the Mango ribbon before we move on to Chainlink and discuss why Chainlink gave me the hint, all right? So let's start with Bitcoin first. So what have we been talking about on Bitcoin? You know what? Let's clear out the ribbon for now. Let me go ahead and turn on my horizontals and just give you guys a recap on this major level over here. 12,000 is what we were looking for Bitcoin to close a 4-day candle above. We weren't going to get aggressive, unlike the rest of the market that was getting ahead of themselves, right? By the way, for those of you in seat, please go ahead and check out yesterday's SXP exclusive analysis video, where we discussed multiple concepts and also discussed how I was a little bit bearish on the market. And what do you know, the next day we are having all of these nice dumps towards the downside. Me sitting flush with altcoin cash. By what I mean by altcoin cash is cash allocated towards altcoin trading, and now I can take advantage of all of that, right? So please go ahead and watch that video. There's a lot of concepts that you guys can put together from the C program to see how I come come up with my trade ideas and my overall analysis on the market. Okay, so going back to what we were saying, we're looking for 12,000 towards the upside and around 10,600-ish towards the downside, right? Why did we get 10,600 towards the downside? Well, again, now let's turn on the Mango ribbon, and you guys are going to see that this has been a major juncture that we've been eyeing. The 10kin on the 4-day, the 21 EMA on the 4-day. More importantly, though, we also talked about how the 10 SMA has been guiding the price, and we can get an if this then that situation, right? If we closed a 4-day underneath the 10 SMA, we could have looked for that move towards the 10kin and the 21 EMA. Other than that, right, there were two scenarios where we could get that move. Either we close the 4-day underneath the 10 SMA, which would have been the easier trade, or we take out this wick low over here at around 11,000, right? Let me go ahead and zoom in for you guys. These wick lows over here was major support on the 4-day time frame. As soon as we take out that wick low, we could have been looking for the move towards the 10kin and the 21 EMA. Now, yes, the gift of the trade would have been if we were a little bit more patient, if Bitcoin rather was a little bit more patient, closed underneath the 10 SMA, tested the 10 SMA yet again, allowed us to reposition some of our profits, right, some of our trade back down to the 10kin and the 21 EMA. But hey, it did not do that, and markets are not always going to give you those gift opportunities, but this alone, in my opinion, is a gift opportunity that I am not going to miss out on. I'm definitely willing to try a trade here. I'm definitely willing to be wrong over here on my trade. I'm definitely willing to put some risk on the line. Why? Because we have our 4-day levels here. More importantly, guys, we have our weekly levels right over here, the weekly 10 SMA lining up with our major 4-day level. And finally, it is our monthly retest yet again, right? And this is where I was like, ooh, is Bitcoin going to give it to us yet again? Like, but every time I've thought, every time I've said to myself, nah, that'd be way too generous, I've been proven wrong. And we've gone over this at Mango, right? We've talked about how Bitcoin is remarkably generous when it wants to be. And this major level here, 10,600, was the level that the July candle closed above. The August candle retested at the beginning of the month. Actually, it dipped down a little bit low, giving us a 10,500 low on this monthly candle of August. We'll talk about that soon. But then yet again, September starting off with a retest again of that 10,600 level. Okay, cool. So we're getting a second retest. Is it the end of the world? Do we get scared because it's the second retest? You hear a lot of people say that you don't want these retests happening too often. The more retests, the more ugly it is. I disagree with that. It's not as clear as that, guys. It's not as simple as that. In fact, you could retest this as many times as you want. There are other things that you could look for in conjunction with that to get a little bit more bearish on the retest. And what do I not want to see now? Well, if I want to get bearish on this, right, or rather start getting a more bearish or less bullish, is if we start taking out this low over here at 10,500-ish. If we even start threatening it, it's going to be a little bit more of a concern for me. Taking out the low over there, in that case, we could actually be looking towards 9,800-ish, and we can get to that on the lower time frames when I switch on over to the lower time frames. For now, though, keep an eye on this low for this month, guys. That's a low we do not want to be taking out. In fact, it'd be prudent to go ahead and put an alert over there, right click on your trading view, click add alert underneath the wick, and boom, you have your alert. If it does go down there, you will be alerted. All right, so we talked about the monthly, this being a major level. We've tested once already. We've come down to test it again. Is it a gift, or are we going to get dumped on? I am fully prepared for Bitcoin to come down to 10,300-ish actually, and that may actually make the monthly look a little bit uglier, but I want to see the reaction over there. Why am I prepared for that 10,300 move? Well, if you go on over to your 2-day time frame, and we've been eyeing the 2-day as well, right? So the 4-day has been a major time frame, right? The 2-day has been the guide where we can take bounce trades, take plays off major levels, take entry trades, and the 4-day is what we use to get our bullish or bearish bias along with the weekly and the monthly, right? So going on over to the 2-day, we're going to turn on the Mango ribbon on the 2-day time frame. You're going to see that the 21 EMA and the 10kin, we're currently living underneath it, right? If we don't bounce off this zone over here that I've marked out, 10,800-ish to 10,650, we're actually kind of living right above the zone right now, interestingly. Okay, anyways, if we close underneath this level, there's a really good probability, not certainty, probability that we come down and test the Kijun over here at 10,300. So that's what I'd be looking for, guys. And honestly, the 2-day time frame has been a time frame that you don't want to ignore. Like, if you think back to yesterday's video, we talked about how you could simply use the 2-day 10 SMA and the 2-day 10 kin, the 2-day 21 EMA as your ranges, right? Top of the range, the 10 SMA coming in at 11,680. Bottom of the range, the 21 EMA coming in at around 11,200, right? What did we end up doing? Well, let's go ahead and delete these lines here, and you're going to see that we tested the 4-day level at 12,000, but closed underneath the 2-day level. Yes, we closed underneath the 2. Yes, we went a little bit higher, but we closed underneath the 2-day 10 SMA. It was respected, and that's what matters. And this is how multiple time frames come into amalgamation. And now you're seeing me do it in reverse, right? Towards the upside, we saw us go test a higher time frame level, the 4-day 12,000 level, and then come and close underneath the lower time frame level, the 2-day 10 SMA, right? So what am I looking for? Until we close above it, we haven't taken it out, right? Until we close above it, we haven't taken it out. As simple as that. We did not close above it. Yes, we tested the 4-day level, but we closed underneath the 2-day 10 SMA. Now, similar situation right over here, guys. What am I looking for? We are currently living underneath the 2-day 21 EMA and the 10 kin, but we haven't closed underneath it just yet. So what happens? Now we're going to take it one step further. If we close underneath it, then I can look towards the key zone at 10,300. But does that mean that the 4-day gets invalidated? Let's go ahead and look at the 4-day. The 4-day level is at 10,555. But hey, we could very well come down, test a 2-day level at around 10,300-ish, and close about the 4-day 10 kin and 21 EMA too, right? So you're seeing how all these multiple time frames intertwine with each other now. Again, for those of you who are on the seat, please go ahead and watch yesterday's video. You're going to see how I use the lower time frames on all coins, right? Because there's a lot of opportunity on all coins, and how I can use multiple time frames to come up with a thesis for the higher time frames as well. Okay, so that's the 4-day, that's the weekly. Is there anything else I want to talk about, or should we move on over to Link immediately? What are we looking for? Well, we're looking for this 10 kin and 21 EMA on the 4-day to be supported eventually. That is where that's where my thesis is, right? That's where my thesis is then validated as well. If we close a 4-day underneath this, I'm just out of the trade. We could honestly look towards 8,200 at that point, right? We'll talk about that when we get there. Let me take a sip of my drink. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the 2-day really quickly. Am I missing anything? I do want to look at the Ichimoku really quickly. And hey, Kijun right over here, 200 MA, still all the way down at 8,000, 9,000-ish. Cloud still green. Nothing too much to worry about. Let's go ahead and turn on the 2-day 21 EMA right over there too. Okay, cool. Some people might be looking at this as a head and shoulders, and hey, it's valid, right? You do have the psychology of a head and shoulders over here. We did have a left push up attempt towards trend continuation, pushed up again after failing the first time around, and we have our left shoulder, our head there, and a final third attempt right over here for our right shoulder. Neckline, if you're using horizontals, would be somewhere around here at around 11,150-ish. I know Kisha would be using wicks, and again, I'm not a pattern expert, so I'm not even going to try, but if you're using horizontals, this would be your neckline. And what would this measured move be? Let's do that again, just being a little bit more cross with it. Does point to around 10,000, so we may see that test towards 10,200, 10,300, right? Again, I wasn't too perfect with this. Hey, 10,000 psychological resistance also does line up with this major consolidation that we had over here, right? If you guys do remember, this is the one we traded. So we may get that retest of that 10,000 level that people were waiting for and did not get. And now, after almost a month of price action, actually an entire month of price action, you may get that retest. And this would be classical of Bitcoin as well. And let's hope we don't go down there in a straight line, but Bitcoin may very, very well do that. And in which case, I am going to be wrong about my trade attempt at 10,600. But hey, it is what it is, and I'll be sitting in the red, not in the red of my entire position, because if you guys do remember, we entered our trend trade around 9,500, but this entry will be in the red. All right. So, anything else I want to talk about? I don't want to talk about the 12-hour, not today, but there's some interesting things going on over there. Let's move on to Link. Link is the 12-hour time frame that gave me the big clue. We can move on to Link. Start with Link USD. Okay, so Link USD. Really interesting, guys. And this 12-hour time frame, this is the 2-day right over here, but this 12 hours what tipped me off, right? This candle closed right over here. Let me go ahead and adjust this horizontal move for some reason, but yeah, it's same thing pretty much. This candle closed right over here, guys. No, it needs to be so okay. So quick tip for those of you guys, you see how I marked out these horizontals over here, but look at these candles over here. They de-respect these horizontals, right? So it'd be completely fair to do one of two things: either mark a zone like that or adjust it so that these guys are respected, because this ended up being a trap, right? If you're using these candle closes over here, let's say you're using these candle closes over here, and then this happened and you see a massive wick underneath and we close underneath, but then see continuation immediately towards the upside, that was a trap. So once that happens, you readjust your horizontal accordingly, right? Don't be too nitpicky. No, that's not the word I'm looking for, but don't be too strong or steadfast on this is how it needs to be done. But yeah, this zone over here, you see how you use two horizontals to mark out a thicker line. That's how you should be doing it. That's how it makes it the mango way and the stress-free way, and you don't have to overthink things too much. So we close underneath it either way. No matter which way you look at it, we close underneath that level over there, and then we came and we've retested it too, right? Right now you can't see it, but when the candle just opened, we retested it and immediately started going towards the downside. And that's when I was like, hey, wait a minute, this is gonna be ugly. Is Bitcoin gonna be coming down too? And I switch on over to the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin starts coming down too, and that's when I started getting excited. And because the 10,600 level was gonna be it was suddenly a possibility, right? And I've been looking to buy over there, and hey, not only did we get a nice trade on over there on a dead bit, but we did get some spot Bitcoin over there too. So either way though, right, because of the way I look at my spot buys, no matter what, I'm going to come out winning on this trade, because I wanted a $10,600 buy, and I may lose on my perpetuals, but hey, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and talk about Link now. Link USD. Yeah, we closed down over here, right? What's the major level we're looking for after that? I'm not sure why this is over here. Let me go ahead and switch on over to the daily. Yeah, this horizontal shouldn't be here either. It should be here. I'm not sure why my horizontals are all off. Okay, yeah. So if we do confirm a daily candle over here and then take out this low over here as well, you guys can see. Let me delete. Let me actually, where is it? It's here. Delete all the brush drawings. Boom, 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 boom. Oops. Okay, that works. Delete, and this can go too. Okay, cool. So let me go ahead and rebrush, and yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, this low here. This is what's concerning me about Link. I really want this to be another trap yet again, because it does seem like we've taken out this low and tapped into some liquidity over here. The good sign is that we've literally bounced almost immediately out of it. And is this going to be a retest, or is it going to be something like this where we take it back and go on over towards the upside? If we don't, and it's simply a retest of a support and resistance flip, well, if we go down like this, then it's going to mean that Bitcoin is also looking for further downside, and in that case, maybe we can use this to be like, okay, you know, Bitcoin probably wants to get to that $10,000 region, right? So if Chainlink starts taking on these lows over here at around $12.75, a candle close underneath here, guys, and I'm definitely going to be looking for $8.50. I know it looks ugly. We are likely going to see some kind of start to stop at around $11.50 and then another start to stop at $9.50, but I'll be looking to be a buyer at $8.60. The interesting thing is though that the Link BTC chart is completely fine. Right? It's not. I think I have it open over here because that's a chart that I'm actually for. Look at that. It's actually bouncing well off the support here. It's holding levels really well. Okay, but the Link USD chart is not. That is actually giving me pause on my Bitcoin position. So I have a nice Link position, but my Bitcoin position is even better. And I wouldn't be feeling too good. I am not feeling too good about it based on what I'm seeing Link doing. But I'm hoping or looking for Link to close well in the next day or so. That being said, guys, notice something. I'm feeling uncomfortable about my Bitcoin trade, but I still took the trade. I'm still in the trade. I'm not going to let my feelings scare me out of the trade. In the past, I did let my feelings scare me out of good trades. And I realized over time that my feelings are complete nonsense. My feelings cannot be relied on. My planning and my thesis, blah, 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 all of that took place before my emotions were in play, That's what matters. So do I get worried? Do I get scared? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But I have learned to, I don't say I detach myself from my emotions, but I've learned to trust the guy who made the plan before I start feeling the way I feel right now. So in time, I'm hoping you guys at Mango also do the same, right? And detach the planner and the executioner. Okay. Cool. So that's Link. We can. Oh, by the way, this is Link USD, right? Okay. I want to talk about how this could be a potential descending triangle. Some people may argue, saying that, hey, no, we took out this candle close over here at around 1580. It's not an official descending triangle. Blah blah blah. Okay. I don't care about your official descending triangle. I care about the psychology of what is happening over here. And here we have a high. Here we have a push attempt to making another high. We got rejected, and we have a flat line resistance line over here too. So you can actually draw this as a descending triangle, at least in terms of psychology. And if we do bounce over here and get rejected over here and come back down, that's going to look even better, right? Now, that being said, we could simply break towards the upside too. It's always if this then that. Remember, guys, a structure, whether bearish or bullish, whether it's considered bearish or bullish, doesn't mean it needs to break bearish or bullish. It could break towards the opposite of its intended or supposed bias. All right, so over here a descending triangle has a bearish bias, but it could break bullish. Okay, so that being said, let's see what measured move we'd have of this. I actually haven't done this yet, so it'd be cool to see if it lines up. Oof, guys, around 780 to, yeah, I'd be looking for that 750 to $8 mark. I mean, take another sip of my drink. Let's hope that it doesn't come to that, right? But hey, we've sat through worse, right? Mango was born in the bear market, right? Maybe we go into a mini bear market until the elections. Who knows? Who knows? So that's Link USD. We were talking about Link BTC. I do have it up over here. Link BTC is bouncing. So all coins are showing strength. The altcoins that matter are showing strength. So the down move, right, is only on Bitcoin. At least on the altcoins. I think Ethereum is getting wrecked, getting a little bit wrecked too. But Ethereum just had a major move. So it makes sense that there's going to be people who are going to be getting out of the trend trades on the lower time frames, and people who were over leveraged, etc. Link, on the other hand, it already had a few shakeouts, right? We already talked about a bear attack over here, bear trap over here, and it's been kind of distributing, accumulating, call it what you will. We won't really know until it makes a decision. It's been consolidating, right? And Link is showing strength over here, in my opinion. Let's see how the next day or so goes. But I like what Link is doing. Bitcoin, hey, let's find out too what it wants to do in the next day or so. And Link BTC, again, you could have a measured move of the structure over here. It's more of an M-like structure than a descending structure. But let's go ahead and see what we are. We'll be coming down to the structure over here. So we'll be looking for around 75,000 Satoshi. So this horizontal right over here, we can go ahead and mark it out. Actually, this is a level. Okay, so I think I covered everything, guys. I'm actually getting a little tired. I have fasted the entire day. It's been 16 hours of fast, and man, I actually have no more energy left at all. I'm gonna go eat a feast now. I will see you guys in tomorrow's video, and hey, exciting times. Again, for those of you guys who are in the seed program, please go ahead and check out the video I posted yesterday in the seed group. I forgot to pin the video, so you guys may have missed the notification. I got a lot of comments from people telling me that, hey, they really enjoyed the video. Some of you who are too shy to talk in the seed group for some reason, PMing me and telling me as well. So I don't want the rest of you to miss out because of my negligence. I will remember to pin the video next time. I don't want to go ahead and pin it right now because it'll just cause too much clutter. But that being said, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.